Congratulations to my friend, you received the MobiKwik IPO and made more than twice of your investment in just 1 week. And condolences to those who applied and didn't receive the IPO. You missed your chances to make 100% profit. But in any of these situations you are right now, you must be thinking, what should I do now? If yes, then this video is for you. And to all those of my friends who are invested and curious about MobiKwik and altogether the fintech industry. Because here we will be doing the detailed analysis of MobiKwik past performance, stability, risk and future outlook as well. And you will get your answers about this company and a great reference idea for the fintech industry. Hello friends, welcome again to my channel. Before starting this video, a small disclaimer. Watch this video within a context of financial planning and analysis because this is what I am as a professional and not as a buy or sell recommendation of any stock. For that, you must discuss with your financial advisor, broker, and do your own diligence. So let's dive straight in to a company analysis. You must all be aware MobiKwik has recently made its impressive debut in the stock market on 18th December 2024. And the highlights of its IPO innings are the issue price of IPO was 279 rupees, which listed at a massive 57% premium at 439 rupees. And on its second day, the stock reached a massive high, which was 605 rupees. Made everyone thrilled with its performance. But what if I tell you that the company is not profitable yet and operating on a very high borrowings or loans, you can say, and the loan EMIs are also backed by other loans, not the operating profit. So with this, all these premiums and momentum justified, and what should we expect from the stock now? Whether to buy, sell or hold the stock? Actually, that will be your call. But I can discuss the company's financial report with you, where you can judge the company's future expectations by watching its past performance with current strength and weaknesses. With this, so let's dive straight in. MobiKwik is an Indian fintech company operating from past 15 years. You might have heard their name or seen their logo somewhere, even if you do not have their app on your phone. It's a small cap company with approx 5,000 crores of market cap, currently valued more than 300 of PE and 4.33 of PS ratio. PS ratio is price to sales ratio. You can understand these valuation metrics in this way that if the price to earning ratio is 300, then that means that the investors are paying approximately 300 rupees for every 1 rupee of company's earning. And similarly, price to sales ratio of 4.33 indicates that the investors are paying approximately 4 rupees and 33 paisa for every 1 rupee of company's sales. The company's revenue model is comprises of two main businesses, which are financial services and the payment services. And the financial services contribute approximately 50% and this also contribute 50%. And this is the approximate average numbers. We can check these numbers when we're doing the financial modeling part in a video. Financial services is their loan and credit business, and payment services are which you might have idea, like we pay our rent from their app, book movie shows, do mobile recharges and other similar services. And the company's total business is located in India only. Let me quickly take you to my Excel charts and ratios working. First, let's try to understand the company's profitability. Profitability can easily be understood through profitability ratios and charts, which are operating profit margins, return on assets, and return on equity. Operating profit margins means this shows profit before paying interest payments on borrowings, taxes, and adjustments of depreciations. In this chart, all the profitability ratios are showing at a good growth and improvement, like it's moving upwards. And this is one of the reason for investors' bullishness on the stock. But the concern here is that they are nearly positive. See, here we have our 0%. Earlier it was showing the negative growths. And last year they gave their positive numbers. This shows that the MobiKwik till last year were making losses even at operational level if we remove other income. That you can verify from here that last year the company made approximately 14 crores of profit, but here it includes 15 crores of other income. So from its core operations, the company is still making losses. And even if we check the company's last result presented for first quarter ending on June 2024, the operating profit of 2 crores include the 4 crores of other income in the last June quarter, which means that the company is still making losses in this year for the first quarter. Now after profitability, let's check the company's turnover ratios. These are the metrics to measure how efficiently a business uses its assets to generate sales or revenue. Higher the ratio is better it is. The movement of these ratios indicates whether the efficiency in generating sales has improved or declined. As from this chart, we can identify that they are improved at total asset turnover ratios. Earlier it was 0.46, then 0.69, and last it was 1.02. But there is a small decline at fixed asset turnover ratio, which is in March 2021 was 82, and The last year it was 72. And this big gap, like this is at 1 and this is at 72, by this you also get the idea that the company is operating on asset light model, where it has not spent much on its fixed assets and operating major on lease and renting model, which you can also verify from the company balance sheet numbers that the fixed assets are very less comparison to other assets. This asset light model gives business a flexibility to adapt changes, but increases the expenses and less dividend distribution expectation. Now, moving forward, let's check the business liquidity and solvency ratios. These are very important for long-term investors because these ratios shows the business ability to meet short-term and long-term financial obligations. Means overall financial stability. Lower these ratio, better they are. To measure solvency, we check business debt to assets, debt to capital, and debt to equity ratios and their movements. Means here we will check the debt, or in easy language, loan portion over business total financial structure. In this chart, this gray line shows the debt to equity ratio, which is at 1.38 level, which means a debt or the loans is 38% more than equity. Equity means shareholder own funds on which we do not have to pay any interest. In easy language, if this ratio is 1, that means loans and equity are equal. So currently it is 38% more than the company's own funds. This blue line shows debt to asset, which is at 81 right now, which means 81% of total assets of the companies are made with loans or borrowings. And the last, this orange line shows debt to capital ratio, which is at 0.58, which indicates 58% is loans and borrowings in the total capital structure of the company. So you definitely got the idea here that this business is mostly built up on loans and borrowings, and all the positivity coming from business promoters' confidence, their strategies and business future scalability. So any of my investor friend who do not like to be invested in any business that is built majority on borrowings rather than equity, then you must have reached to your conclusion. But if you came so far, you definitely do not want to miss the part why the stock has got this much great response from the market and why all this premium, that I will discuss in my financial model section of this video. So stay along. Before reaching there, to support my above statement that the company is paying their loan interest from more loans, let's check the company's interest coverage ratio. Interest coverage ratio measures a company ability to pay interest on its debt using its earnings. So last year in financial 24, the company's interest coverage ratio is approximately 1. This means our operating profit is approximately the same as our interest payment. If you check out interest coverage ratio formula, that means operating profit dividing by interest payments. And if this is 1, this means our operating profit and interest payments are approximately same. And before last year, it was negative. And as I've already mentioned, this operating profit at 1 is also if we include income from other sources, and our last quarter result is also negative. By now you get the importance of ratios in business analysis. We can interpret background story of the company's financials, we can check the company's performance over time, and also can compare with other companies to support our decision. For your reference, to those who all watched my old Tata Motor analysis and Orient Technologies IPO video can easily compare and relate their liquidity and solvency ratios with this one. If you remember, Orient Technology was very strong financially and their last year interest coverage ratio was at 28. Here it is just 1. We can easily interpret which company is better in the context of liquidity and solvency by this comparison. Check out those videos by clicking the link in the description or the link presented over the screen over here. Now that we have discussed the company key metrics, let's dive into the financial model to explore future trends and estimated profits. Here I will try to forecast 4 years of estimated company's profits and stock price range based on my best estimates and assumptions. Here how my model looks. It's fully dynamic, meaning any changes to the input parameters will automatically adjust the profit projections. Here this white portion of the model is actual numbers and this gray portion of the model indicates the forecasted estimates. Currently here I am focusing on forecasting the next 4 years using the past results and patterns. And as and when we will receive actual quarterly results, we can refine our predictions and make more confident decisions. Here are small tips to read. Here the green percentages shows the Y-on-Y year-on-year growth of total component, and this red percentages shows the component percentage in terms of revenue. If you check, this business has demonstrated impressive sales growth, average 49% over the last 3 years. Based on the past trends and June quarter results, which you can see the numbers over here, the June quarter results, I expect MobiKwik to show growth of approximately 45 to 60% for the next year. And on the basis of June quarter result, I calculate this number estimated at 56% for my calculations. Considering the improved operating margins, I have incorporated these numbers into my model and anticipate the company profit for the year reach to 85 to 90 crores. With these projections, the stock price could move to 600 price level with at a PE of 40, which is typical for growth stocks. Taking a conservative approach, let's assume the stock price can grow at an average rate of 15% over the next 3 years. This is reasonable based on past performance and the company's new strategies to invest in advanced technologies like AI, machine learning, and data analytics, which were the key reasons for this IPO offering. With these assumptions, we can expect that the stock price can reach up to the 1400 price level after 3 years. And this explains the hype and the premium and the optimism on MobiKwik stock price. But do not invest in any company without considering its major risks. The first major risk, as I already discussed, that the MobiKwik operates in very competitive environment where its competitors are big brands backed by big players. So to compete with others, MobiKwik cannot compromise its promotions and advertisement spends, which is currently very huge as of now. You can see over here in my working sheet. If you can check the company's other expenses, these numbers are also very huge. As in 2023, it is at 184 crores, here it is at 232 crores, and this is 82 crores. And after investigation, I found like 50% of these expenses are comprises of promotional and advertisement expenses. So with this competitive environment, it will be very difficult for MobiKwik to compromises and reduce this advertisement and promotional expenses, which somehow will impact the operating and net profit margins. The second risk is that the company is operating with very high financial leverages, meaning it relies heavily on loans, and in times of financial distress, this could be problematic as it may struggle to meet both short-term and long-term financial obligations. The question here is whether the company can withstand difficult periods and survive such challenges, and you may experience significant price volatility, especially in the response to rumors or market speculations. The third risk is that the first quarter result for this year was also at loss, which you can see over here. As you can see, the MobiKwik shows 9 crore of loss despite showing growth in sales. This raises more dependency on upcoming quarter result to be highly profitable, as I'm expecting the company to turn net profit positive by the end of this year. To confirm that, we will have to wait for upcoming quarter results, and once done, I'll incorporate those numbers into my model and share with you in MobiKwik upcoming videos. So do let me know in the comment section when there is next results arrive. A quick note on equity composition that the promoter holding is low at 25.2%. Now after all this, we have reached to the conclusion part of this video, and after going through this detailed analysis with me, you should have gained some valuable insights and confidence in your decision to potentially add or remove this stock into your portfolio. You have likely picked up some new skills in planning and analyzing a company before making an investment decision. To summarize, based on my analysis, MobiKwik is a growth stock and operating in a growth industry, that is a fintech, which is highly scalable and positioned for future growth. However, it's important to note that it's a small cap company, faces strong competition from the larger players, and carries a higher risk of volatility. Before making your final decision, consider how this investment aligns with your long-term and short-term goals. If you are looking for high growth and can handle the risk, MobiKwik might be a good fit. But if you are more risk averse for focused on stability, you may want to reconsider or balance it with other less volatility investments. One suggestion, always weigh the potential rewards against the risk and ensure the stock fits within your overall investment strategies and risk tolerance. That's all for this video. Your supports help me to create more content like this, so subscribe now for expert analysis and the clarity you need before acting. And comment me if you want me to make analysis videos like this for any other company. See you in the next videos. Till then, have a great life and after and happy investing. Goodbye.